Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Living the Life Show. I am your host, Cody, and I thank you so much for joining us again for another show. So today, let's just dive right on in. Today's lesson is called Stop, Thief, Stop. Stop, Thief, Stop. You scream stop, thief. In the movies, they always turn around and there's a man running off with a lady's purse. You're going to have to be able to shout those same words. Stop, thief, stop. All right, in John 10:10, it says, the thief comes but for to steal, kill, and to destroy. To steal, kill, and to destroy. But this is Jesus saying, I've come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. The devil comes to steal, kill, and to destroy, but I've come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. What does the devil steal? He wants to steal your joy. What does he want to kill? He wants to kill your witness, kill your ability to be a witness for God. And he wants to destroy any chance you have of returning back to God. Steal your joy, kill your witness, and destroy your chances of making it back to God. When it comes to stealing your joy, it's one of the devil's greatest schemes to rob us of experiencing the fullness of life that Jesus has died that you can have. In fact, we're forfeiting things that have been paid for already. It's already been paid for. All you got to do is just go and walk in it. You got to go and live in it. It's already done. You don't have to do anything except obey God and take hold of it, possess it. But the devil wants to rob us of our joy, steal our joy. He wants to make sure you never experience the fullness of the life that Jesus died that you can have. Once Jesus died on the cross, once he said it is finished, you no longer have to live the way you used to live. There is so much more life out there for you that was being blocked and held back from you because of sin. But we're being robbed and our joy is being stolen because we don't know this, because we don't realize we're forfeiting something that's already been paid for. He wants to kill your witness. See, if the devil is able to tear down or to deceive us into thinking that we're good with God and that we're okay and we're in right standing with God while we remain living in willful sin, with no desire to change, he can make sure that nobody will get saved because of us. He wants to steal your joy, and he wants to rob your chance of giving anyone else joy. He wants to rob your chance of leading anyone else to Christ who can give them the joy that they've been looking for. In Matthew 5:13, Jesus tells them that you're the salt of the earth. You're the salt of the earth. But if the salt loses its savor, if the salt doesn't do what it's supposed to do, if you can't be a witness for God, then really you are good for nothing. It says here, but if the salt has lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men. You're no longer of worth once your ability to be a witness is diminished. When your lifestyle is so ungodly and so unholy that you can't lead someone else to Christ, then you aren't, this doesn't sound good, but you're worthless. We can't use you for anything. You should be affecting other people. Your lifestyle should be a witness that God can change any man or any woman. But people can't see that in your life because you allow sin to remain and you have no desire to remove it. You have no desire to change it. God wants to change your heart so that sin, when it lurks its head, it's a here and there thing versus an everyday thing, versus a lifestyle thing. Every now and then you might make a mistake. Every now and then you might slip and fall. But I'm talking about living in willful sin. Your witness will be killed. And then he wants to destroy your chance of coming back to God. You see, the devil doesn't mind us going to church. He just doesn't want us to come to Christ. There's a difference. A lot of people come to church, but not everyone comes to Christ. When you come to Christ, that's when you give him your heart and you allow him to lord over you, to reign over your lifestyle, to guide and instruct you. You allow him to be the one who rules your life. That's coming to Christ. And see what the devil will do to keep us from the Lord. He'll put things in our path that bogs us down, that keeps us from having time for God, from having time to do spiritual things. I don't have time to go to worship. I don't have time to go to Bible study. I just don't have time for that right now. I'll get with that later. I'll get with that tomorrow. Tomorrow is a date only on a fool's calendar. We don't know what tomorrow will hold. We don't even know what the rest of today is going to hold. So you need to seek God while you have a chance. Open your heart right now. Ask Jesus to enter your heart right now before it's too late. Because tomorrow might not ever come. Tomorrow might not ever come. All you have is right now. And the question then becomes, what will you do with your right now? Are you joyless because he has stolen your joy? Does your ability to be a witness, has it diminished and been killed because of your lifestyle, because you allow the enemy to lead you astray? No one believes you. No one believes that you're a believer because your lifestyle speaks opposite of that. Is he destroying your chances of getting back? See, the Bible tells us that nothing shall separate us from the love of God. God will always love you. But you and I put separation between us and God when we allow sin to reign, when we allow sin to remain in our life. So don't let the devil defeat you. Don't let the devil keep you from entering into God's presence. You know what you have to do? Stop, thief. Stop, thief. Stop speaking into my life. Stop trying to influence me. Stop trying to steal my joy. Stop trying to kill my witness. Stop trying to destroy my chance of getting back to God. Stop, thief. Stop. I rebuke you, Satan. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's what Jesus said. And you know what he did when Jesus said that? He left. The Bible tells us that if we resist the enemy, he will flee from us. You have to speak boldly and courageously to him and tell him to get thee behind you, to leave you alone, to stop. Because if you don't, he will continue to rule and reign in your life to where you will never get back to God. Never get back to God. I thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a pleasure of mine to do this show. I hope it's something that will stay in your mind, to remain in your mind, to enter your heart. Jesus wants to live in your heart. Will you let him in? Will you let him restore your joy? Will you let him reinstate your witness? Will you let him reconcile you back to God? Because if you will let him do those things, you can become the greatest Christian man or woman that you're capable of becoming. Send me your emails, gottoliveright@gmail.com. I look forward to reading them. Also, 3 things I'd like you to do with this video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with everyone you know. God bless you. Until next time, see you from the Living the Life Show.